Welcome to Horror Year, where every story is a journey into the unknown. If you're brave enough to face your darkest fears and uncover the most chilling tales, you've come to the right place. So, dim the lights, turn up the volume, and subscribe to Horror Year. Your journey into terror begins now. I use a photo storage service that is akin to Apple Photos or Google Photos, but it also has AI-powered features like facial recognition. Its task is to tag people in a set of photos that it recognizes. My friend Jessica Martin keeps getting tagged in it. The only problem is that it has been a year since her death. She completed her sophomore year. I won't get into specifics because I don't want to give away too much. Jessica Martin is not her name. Nevertheless, word of her passing spread widely. Naturally it did, given the death of a college-age lady. The mainstream media devours those situations like crack. Anyway, the whole tagging procedure started a week ago. Looking over the photos from Mike's birthday celebration, I noticed that Jessica was getting tagged by the app. The circled area was directly above my shoulder, as if Jessica was standing right behind me. She obviously wasn't. I turned up the brightness on my phone and tried to zoom in on the darkness, but all I could see were jumbled pixels and blobby darkness. I assumed it was a bug, as the program had never mistakenly marked someone before. However, it then transpired once more. Because I had done my hair for the frat party that evening, I took a selfie of myself, and the app's recommendation was precisely that. After circling a little distance behind me, it said, "Jessica," like she was hiding behind my bed. This time, though, the circle was raised a few feet above the ground. If she were alive and behind me, she wouldn't be that high. A chill ran down my spine. I decided it was time to go. I ran out of the hostel and headed up campus in the direction of the language arts lecture rooms, which were situated in enormous Gothic stone buildings. The first leaves were turning orange, as if the only place getting sunlight was the school's boundary. Two of them chuckled as they passed me. A bird made a squawking sound. I kept walking, foot for foot. I was standing outside Jessica's dorm door waiting. Denton Hall, 12B. I looked up toward the window. It was turned off. 12B was vacant this year as a mark of respect for Jessica. I lifted my phone and took a photo. I held my breath and looked at the shot, waiting for it to sync instantly with the photo storage software. Nothing. There was no mention of Jessica in the photo. I let go of the air I was holding and started walking back to my room. In contrast to the others, I didn't give it a second thought when I raised my phone to take a picture of the tree midway back in the middle of October. Later that evening, I found out that Jessica was there based on the app. The circle in the grass gave the impression that she was on the ground. Is she no longer alive? The most horrific image of Jessica, stretched out and covered in gashes, instantly sprung to mind. Blood pooled on the ground, seeping through the grass. Eyes without sight, mouth open, turned to look at me. 17 stab wounds were reported. I willed the image out of my thoughts and closed my eyes. After that, I took a photo and uploaded it to our group chat, saying something like, "Lol, my phone thinks Jessica is in this photo." As if that was some kind of malfunctioning protective system, I attempted to play it off as a joke. 3 dots were present. Next, Priyanka texts someone. I thought I was alone myself. She uploaded a screenshot of her iPhone's photo app. Jessica's most recent app post included Priyanka and Greg posing under one of the Gothic arches on campus. The picture contained no other people. My throat started to dry out. I think there were 1 or 2 issues with my phone, but if my friends' phones were having the same issue, before I could reply, another text message arrived. From Adam. "It's something I'm also feeling." I was staring at my phone when I started to sweat. What the devil is this? I got up and walked across the hallway to the girls' lavatory, trembling from head to toe. I went to the sink to look at my reflection. There were huge bags beneath my eyes. My black hair was tangled and untidy. I can't remember ever looking this horrible in my past. I shook my head and closed my eyes tight, trying to shake off my anxiousness, and I yanked open my eyelids. All the blood was gone from my face. two of his feet protruded from beneath one of the stall doors. I'm wearing flip-flops that are mint green in color. Her flip-flops. The varnish on her bare toes was chipped. A dark liquid pooled under her flip-flops. It moved slowly across the tile grout, in my direction, and toward the floor drain. No, I swiftly pivoted. It was bare. I hurried back into the dorm room, my heart thumping. I cried uncontrollably, shook and gave myself a hug. I hated living alone save on this one occasion, and I hated my introversion for making me have to choose a single roommate. No one to give me a listen. Once I was mostly well, I pulled out my phone and sent the group a text. When I received the message from the photo app, I felt as though the floor had collapsed beneath me. I tagged Jessica Martin in each and every photo I took. The phone fell out of my hands and clattered across the floor. I was immobile, so I closed my eyes and cried some more. When I finally opened my blurry eyes, I saw something different. 2 dazzling scars sliced over my arms. I tore off my clothes. There were more. I counted each one individually, but I was aware of the total number beforehand. 17. And that brings us to the end of today's delightful story. I really hope it had you on the edge of your seat. If you liked this story, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. It means a lot to me. And if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. There's always an exciting surprise waiting just around the corner and you won't want to miss it. Do you have a spooky story to share or a fun idea for our next tale? Feel free to share in the comments below. I'm really curious to know what gives you the creeps the most. And as always, take care, keep exploring. And remember, sometimes the most chilling tales are the ones left untold. Catch you in the next one, if you're up for it.